Everybody, this is Shirley Thompson, the composer, who I'm speaking to now because she's written a football concerto. Is that right?
That's right, yes.
A concerto for football or footballer? A footballer concerto.
For footballer. Yeah, so the
Right.
footballer plays the football, as it were.
The footballer who plays the football in this
right.
concerto.
The music, yes.
And it's going to be performed as part of the women's Euro tournament, which is taking place this summer.
That's right. It's written, I've composed it as a challenge to anybody that wants to play football. They can download a video that the RPO have created to the music that I've written, and you play, you try tricks, football sort of skills to the music. It's prompted by rhythm and cues in the music.
Okay, so it's specific music that's written, but
yeah,
the footballers can choose their tricks.
Yes, they can choose their tricks. That's right. That's right.
Okay, as long as they fit with the rhythm.
That's right. Tune. That's right. That's right.
Okay.
They're getting the game right.
Okay, and is there going to be a performance as well with the RPO and a pro footballer?
At some point, when it's not confirmed, but at this point in time, any great footballer or non-footballer can try it, because you just try to perform with the ball to the rhythm and to the music. Yeah.
Okay, and can I ask how this idea came about?
Yes, well, I was given the brief to write two pieces for the UEFA European Women's Tournament Heritage Program. I need to get this right. And the first thing I was asked to write was the anthem, which I was sent lyrics to work with, and these had been sent in from the ordinary public around the country, but primarily the 9 or 10 host cities that are hosting the tournament, such as Sheffield, Wigan, Manchester, and so on. So I got these words, really, and I created a song from it. I created Beautiful Game from that. So Beautiful Game wasn't actually any of the words I was actually sent. It was something that I decided, because the male friends that I have always talk about the beautiful game.
Mm-hmm.
I have no knowledge of, because I'm a massive tennis fan.
Okay, so you're not a football fan at all?
Well, I've become one because to get familiar with what it's all about, but not before now. I, for several years, was how would you describe it? I worked with the Newham Cultural Forum to create cultural sort of events and policies for Newham. And I did that for a number of years. But in my capacity as this ambassador, I used to be invited to West Ham Football Ground, but by the chairman, Terry Brown at the time. And I had the privilege of going up into the box and having, I don't know, 5-course lunches while watching football. But I know that's not the normal way of watching football.
But it's going to build up some pretty positive associations, though.
Well, quite, yes, very luxurious way of watching football. I do recall I studied for my bachelor's degree in music at Liverpool, and I do actually recall having this experience of going to the grounds in Liverpool, Anfield, never to be forgotten. I spent the whole time just I was right at the front, in front of the bar, and I just spent the whole time trying to keep football fans away. First and last time I went to a football match.
Mm-hmm.
That capacity anyway.
Mm-hmm. But yet this commission came about.
That's right. So I was asked by Ian McClay and James Williams, the CEO, and Ian McClay used to be the CEO of RPO, and they commissioned me to write the anthem. And then the education department that are running this huge heritage program. I don't know if you've seen the information about it. Huge heritage program about all these events and educational programs in music, art, all kinds of activities for participants to the program. So the RPO Resound project have toured the whole of England since February, March with this program. I've been to some of the events, but they've done all of them.
Okay.
And it's ongoing. It's going right through till the 31st of July, when the tour finishes. The final is on the 31st of July at Wembley Stadium. Whoever's going to be whichever European team makes that.
Okay, so can I ask how your knowledge of football, well, it sounds like your very quickly won knowledge of football informed the music of your concerto?
Well, I was asked to create something that, by the artistic director of the education program for the RPO, to create something that a player, so it could be a child, it could be a circle of children, it could be a really well-known footballer, to create some music that they could express themselves through football tricks. And I thought, there's a brief, a musical brief I've not had before. So I had to think long and hard about how I was going to interpret this brief. And I decided that I knew that I had the whole of the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra to work with. So I decided I'd create something quite dramatic, like a video game. You might see on one of these video games I play with my nephews. I decided I'd create some quite dramatic filmic music, which when you hear it, you'll understand what I'm trying to do. And I think the kind of music that would attract really a member of the public to play the game. It's driven by particular cues in the music. So the cues are explained to the footballer and to the the footballer, that when you hear these cues, you're to perform a trick. So they have to understand when, for example, the cymbal comes in, when the harp comes in, when the trumpets come in. So quite educational.
Okay, and is this the first time it's ever been done? Is this the first ever football concerto? Sorry, footballer.
To my knowledge, when I finished it, I thought, hang on, this is a concerto for the football, isn't it? It's really virtuosic, so it's really virtuoso part to play. But you'll see with the RPO video that I think they're putting up today or sometime quite soon, that the RPO Resound workers, musicians, have actually created examples of how it can be done. And they're great.
Okay, so has this inspired you in that case to go further with this idea? You said you're a tennis fan. Is there going to be a tennis concerto?
I'm thinking about it now. I'm always thinking of how I can interpret tennis through music. But little did I know I had a football commission coming my way.
Yeah, would it be very different, a tennis concerto from a football concerto? What would be different?
Oh gosh. Well, there's a net in the middle of the court involved. At least two players. You can't really practice tennis on your own, whereas I think you can practice football skills on your own.
In terms of the music, I'm wondering whether rhythmically it would be something very different.
I could do some kind of call and response type thing with one side of the net, a player on one side of the net and a player on the other side of the net. Yes, you got me going with ideas.
Okay.
I'm sure that's the next one. Yes, and then we'll have to think of something for skiing or something like that.
I mean, it is kind of
Um,
inspired, isn't it? Because sports are very musical
yeah,
in many
yeah,
ways.
yeah. I think you need to. I think you have to have that sense of movement, musical movement, to be able to play sport. I mean, for example, when I watch tennis, gosh, I'm back to tennis. I find it quite balletic. I mean, I find it quite, dance-like.
Hmm.
Um,
It's very
yeah,
fluid,
and
isn't it?
very
The movements are
fluid.
very fluid.
Yeah, yeah. I just love watching, yeah, the whole choreography around tennis. I'm getting to know a bit of choreography around football, but when you think of it, it is choreography, isn't it?
It is
Believe it or not.
choreography.
And
Yeah.
then you write, I've written a significant amount of music for dance. Um, so yeah, a bit like that.
Yeah. Why hasn't it been done before, really? Massive gap in the market.
Well, it's been plugged now.
That's
It's still
true.
not.
That's true. Gosh, well, I'm
Still
glad
not.
I was there to see it happen,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
to
Well,
get in there.
do look at how it's been interpreted on the RPO website.
I will
Go to
do.
the Resound um, link, and yeah, I think it will be somewhere there. I haven't had a chance to look. I was reliably informed that it would be going up today. But that was my second commission. The first one was actually writing the anthem
Mhm.
with the words that I was given that came together from the communities, from the tour cities, various choirs that have been working on learning my anthem, and they came down to London to record the anthem at the Cadogan Hall. Well, it became a recording studio, but it was recorded at Cadogan Hall, the residence for the RPO, and that was a few weeks ago. Well, it was actually on the 31st of May. Yeah,
Mhm.
and we were meant to do a bit more recording, but thankfully we got it all in the can on that
Okay. So are you going to be a football regular now?
day. I'm sure. Yes, I'm trying to get into the main games for the tour. My music will be performed at all the stadiums throughout July. The anthem that was recorded, and the Momentum Challenge, the concerto, is available for anybody to practice from now on. So they can download or tune into the RPO link to
Okay.
to play the game.
Okay, and maybe I can test my skills for the first time
Yes.
in 30 years.
Do you play football yourself?
No, no.
Oh,
I,
right.
I I scored a goal once in my life.
Yes. Oh,
When
more than
I was 8
myself.
years old, I think, at the time.
Oh,
But
right,
yeah,
right.
that was the pinnacle for me. But who knows? Who knows? Mixing it together with something I have done a little bit more of, i.e., music, perhaps that will encourage me to go back and brush up. Well, Shirley,
Um,
thank you so much for giving up your time. It's been a pleasure to speak to you, and I'd love to speak to you for longer about this. But I'll definitely check out the
great,
momentum on the website, and
great.
I hope it goes really well, and wish you all the best
Thanks
with it.
so much. Well, thanks ever so much for your interest. And I'm really pleased that it's raising the profile of classical music, orchestral music within footballing communities.
Yeah, bringing the two worlds together, which
Yeah,
doesn't usually happen.
yeah.
Exactly. Oh gosh. Well, thank you very much, Shirley,
Thank
and take
you.
care. Wishing you all the best.
Thanks so much,
Thank
Hannah.
you. Bye
Yeah.
bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye bye.